Tonight, I am going to ruin your expectations and rebuild them in one brutal, unforgettable arc. The Elimination Chamber 2026 didn't just shake the foundation of WWE, it shattered it. Winners rising from the metal, losers bleeding truth on the steel, and a Wrestlelamia ripple that will echo across the next 6 months. If you think you know who walked out on top, think again, because the chamber didn't care about your brackets, your loyalties, or your favorite selfie pose. It cared about one thing: who earned their spot in the history books and who got left in the dust. Now, you'll decide in the comments whether you were watching a miracle or a mistake. Share this video, tag a friend who doubted the results, and prove you've got the spine to carry this heat. Let's get into the outcomes that will define the year. Section 1: The ring, the rules, the realities. The Elimination Chamber isn't just a match, it's a pressure cooker where every slice of fate is either sharpened or shattered. Tonight, we saw chapters written in the blood of sweat, the clang of the chamber, and the crowd turning red hot with every near fall. Some of these winners didn't look like champions on paper, but the chamber made them something louder than belts, an idea that fans can't forget. We will break down each chamber, one by one: who climbed out as champion, who walked free but not unscathed, and who left with a scar that will fuel their next title chase. Viewer prompt: which chamber moment gave you the biggest adrenaline spike? Drop the exact moment in the comments. Section 2: Winners, the names you'll be talking about. Winners, let's run through the names who punched their tickets to Wrestlelamia and beyond. These aren't flukes, these are calculated statements. The kind of performances that say, "I'm here to stay, not just to shine." Matcha, a surprise surge that flipped the script and crowned a new frontrunner for the United States Championship / World Championship path. Match B, a veteran showing why experience still trumps hype, weaving through chaos to seize momentum. Match C, a breakout star who turned pressure into purpose, delivering a signature move that will be replayed on every highlight reel. The strategic angle: how did these winners adapt to the chamber's sabotage, the clock, and the psychology of dwindling numbers? It wasn't just talent, it was timing, resilience, and an appetite for controversy that fans crave. Viewer prompt: if you could have designed one victory, which of these winners would you claim as the most unexpected and why? Tell us in the comments. Section 3: Losers, the names that stung. Every winner creates a story, and every loser writes a cautionary subtitle. Some fell short in a moment, others were tripped up by a plan that looked airtight on paper. We'll dissect missed opportunities, a title dream deferred, the crowd turning on a plan that promised more than it delivered. The psychology of defeat: what the losers must change, and what the winners will capitalize on in the next chapter. The impact on future feuds: who becomes a villain, who becomes a sympathetic figure, and who suddenly becomes a wildfire threat just by surviving the chamber's horrors. The key theme: sometimes the strongest message a loser can send is, "I'll be back, bigger and meaner." The chamber can either bury you or sharpen you. Viewer prompt: which loss felt like a betrayal to your expectations, and which one felt like a necessary reset for a bigger storyline? Comment with your pick and why. Section 4: the rest of the card, hidden threads. We can't ignore the non-title bouts that still roared like main events. How did these undercard outcomes influence the mood of Wrestlelamia season? A few threads to watch: a mid-card feud that just got its fresh gasoline and a new fire road to escalate. A potential title rematch that's already brewing with high stakes and high personal heat. A returning star or a dark horse who used the chamber as a launch pad for a bigger angle. The takeaway: the chamber doesn't just decide winners and losers in the moment, it redefines rivalries, aligns fact irons, and accelerates long-term storytelling. Viewer prompt: which undercard storyline did you feel most energized by after the Elimination Chamber? Name the pairing and why. Section 5: the Wrestlelamia outlook, predictions and paths. Where do these results push us in the next big events? We'll map the likely route short-term, who challenges next, what kinds of matches we'll see on weekly TV, and which teams or allies are pairing up for a strategic power play. Long-term paths to Wrestlelamia: how many title changes we could be looking at, and which rivals will define the crucial promos and betrayals to come. We'll also forecast the sneaky outcomes: sudden cash ins, shocking alliances, and perhaps a sleeper turn in a way that makes the arena explode again. Viewer prompt: which title scene do you expect to unfold first in the coming weeks? Drop your forecast with a quick reason. Section 6: the grand hook, why this matters to you. The real heat isn't just who wins or loses, it's what these outcomes do to your emotional investment, your theories, and your loyalty. If you're here for the raw truth and the brutal storytelling that WWE delivers in waves, you found your lane. The chamber doesn't just set up Wrestlelamia, it's a loud, in-your-face argument about who deserves to be in the spotlight, and who deserves to be forgotten. So, champion or chump, you decide where your bet goes next, and you tell the world by commenting, sharing, and keeping this conversation burning long after the bell. Viewer prompt: are you Team the Chamber made me a believer or Team the Chamber exposed the gaps? Write your stance with a bold pick and a one-liner explanation. Section 7 Final Thoughts. 1 Take Summary. Winners who grab the moment will carry momentum into the next big show, while losers who learned hard lessons will redefine themselves in the crucible of the road to Wrestlelamia. The true winners aren't just those who walked out with a belt, they are the fans who stay engaged, who argue in the comments, and who keep the flame alive by sharing this video with friends who missed the live moment. If you're watching this until the end, you're part of the Pulse, the community that shapes the next era of WWE storytelling. Final viewer prompts wrap up. Tell me in the comments which result shocked you the most, and which rival matchup are you most impatient to see next. Quick poll style question: which moment will you replay the most this week? Are the surprise winner, B the dramatic comeback, C the savage finish, D the post-match tension? Share this video with a friend who needs a heated debate about Elimination Chamber 2026, and tag me in the comments with your top takeaway. Closing call to action: if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe to Wrestling Zone 1 and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the post-Elimination Chamber analysis, full match breakdowns, and even more heated WWE predictions. Drop your 3-word hot takes in the comments now. Your voice will drive the next episode.